Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Joie, for those of you who don't know it or don't know how to pronounce it. I know it can be confusing sometimes, and I'm excited to be back with y'all again, looking for the soundtrack to our lives. Today we have a surprise Tyler the Creator album, and I'm excited to see what's in store for us. I haven't listened to Tyler in a while. That's a lie. That is such a lie. That is such a lie because I was playing Tyler in my kitchen the other day. So sorry to lie to y'all, that was not intentional. As for me personally, it's been a pretty good day. Slept pretty well, meditated before this. New music is fun, secret surprise drops are fun, and I'm excited to see what's in this. Today we're only going to listen to the estate sale portion of Call Me If You Get Lost because I am not trying to sit here for an hour and 17 minutes unless all of it is new and all of it needs to be experienced right now. Also, this album cover, beautiful portrait of Tyler. I actually want to know who made this. I'm very curious about that because I love the textures in the cover. I love that his knees are like a very smooth brown. The socks are rich with the ripples. The two suitcases that he's carrying look heavy, but it looks like he's running away from something or running away with something that he maybe shouldn't have. And I know that when you go to an estate sale, it's like you're trying to get whatever you can get your hands on that's of value, but also that makes you happy, something that you want to put in your home or on your body or whatever. So I like that concept of like this being a estate sale because he's opening up the floodgates to the stuff that he created before. But I'm just excited. I mean, we all know he's a talented genius. So I know that I'm going to be blown away by this. That's a lot to say, isn't it?
Yeah. Arenas all around the world. Thank you to every ear that listened, bought a ticket, whatever.
I love hearing Tyler's voice. He has such a smooth, gravelly, engaging voice that honestly relaxes me, and he's a very good rapper lyrically. I felt like that was a good palate cleanser for what I'm about to hear. Or rather like a good appetizer.
Show you how to stunt, show you how to stunt, show you niggas how to stunt. Got slave with money, can't choose which one. Might go chip some, can't choose which gun.
The lead-in for this song, which one was it? Everything Must Go. Really beautiful, really appreciative. I feel like it's a good way to start off the estate sale portion of the album because it's Tyler's own message to the fans, just saying, like, thank you for coming out and supporting. And it makes me really happy to hear that, that just moment of gratitude. Coming into Stuntman, first of all, I love Vince Staples. I'm a big Vince Staples fan. And I'm excited to see that he's on this track because every time I hear a project of his, it's always new and different.
Big G's, big C's, if you cousin throw it down, niggas marked out.
I love hearing him rap over something that sounds like a Pharrell-made beat. Although, even though it sounds like something Pharrell could have made, a little bit, because I know that there are people who actually deserve the credit for what they put into with this album.
I don't bust down, I don't like those. I like big wheels, you ain't got those. On the right side, I'll show you how to stunt.
This song reminds me of the rap songs that would come out in like the 2010s. It sounds like something that DJ Khaled would have made that like Drake was on. Synth parts of it that are broken up. It just sounds very nostalgic in that way, and I'm excited because I feel like all the music that came out at that time was just like pushing rap forward. Like when rap really was topping the charts, like it still does now, but like there was a time where I feel like it was really dominant in every party scene and every social scene, and there were all these collaborations coming out with like 7 people on them. Like honestly, I miss that era a little bit because it just like it felt like everyone in your friend group could have their own bar. But I love this so far. It gets me really excited. It sounds anthemic and it makes me smile to see these two work together.
Make Nelly sing songs, big pearls on the belt, make my belly seem swole. Stones too heavy, give me redneck Texas. I cover it with scars in the closet like my exes.
Tyler, where's the masterclass on how to stunt? You want to release a song like this? Where's the masterclass? Where's the Coursera course? Where can I sign up? I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be a student.
I don't bust down, I don't like those. I like big wheels, you ain't got those. I'll show you how to stunt, show you niggas how to stunt. On the left side, I'll show you how to stunt.
Lyrically, it is fun. The beat is fun. It makes you want to dance. It's a very danceable track.
I get caught that girl a whole but got 10 baby mamas. How you claim you're free thinking but be preaching the Bible?
Speak on it. Speak on it. But you got 10 baby mamas. Speak on it, Tyler.
Take the same old pictures, make the same old threats, tell the same old business. See all the gay ones y'all doing to impress those niggas.
You can call Tyler the Creator if you get lost because he is the arbiter of whatever direction he's going in. He's sure of it. He's able to navigate you there. This is not a type of confidence and bravado, at least in this project, because I don't want to talk about him specifically. I'm talking about the music and what I'm hearing in it or what I'm understanding through it. This is the type of confidence that attracts people to you. You know, you want to be involved in something like this because you know that the destination is going to be amazing.
My lady, she don't trust me. Know I'm a sick puppy. Know that women throw themselves at me and men want me.
We're getting a lot off our chest with this one. Even the track, like, what a day. Like, that's the thing you say when you come into the house and you sit down and you're like, wow, what's that mean? Today drained me. But still, it's really beautiful to hear him speak like this because I do get a sense of Tyler's duality all the time in his music. And I'm sure he feels like he has many roles to play with fashion designing, with creating music, with painting, with everything else that he does.
So many white diamonds, yeah, I got jungle fever, but they didn't raise me, so shout out black women. So much, I could have bought me some land, I wouldn't flooded my neck. I say this shit with my chest, I'm like one of the best.
Lyrically, I love the journey of him talking about reaching that height of fame and, you know, having this critical reception from one community, having this other like reception of adoration from another community, feeling very torn between the two, feeling torn between the people that he's attracted to, but then also realizing, like, you know, there is a place that he comes from that he also values very well.
White boy said I brag too much. The black kid said it's inspiring. Duality is tiring.
He's just so aware of everything that's going on around him. And I think that's really beautiful when he puts it in his music because it allows us to also embody those dualities. It allows us to cultivate our own self-awareness and think about our own lives critically, our own conversations and dynamics critically. And one of the biggest threads that I keep hearing is that, you know, he's endlessly working. He's always working, if not from the fact that he has multiple creative ideas, but also from the fact that, like, he has people he's supporting. He has stuff that he has to do. You know, saying that he could have bought a house, but instead he bought a bunch of chains and jewelry. Communism now. So Tyler could just create and not have to worry about all the other stuff. And the rest of us can too. Yeah, this is definitely a track that you can also decompress in. Something that might make you feel better when you feel confused or lost. Genius. This man is such a genius. This is a track that when I hear it, I'm going to sit down and I'm just going to think for a second. I'm going to take a breather. And to have that come after the Vince Staples track is very telling of that duality in itself. You know, you walk into a room, you are the big man, you command all the energy. And then you come home and you're washing all of that off, and this is what you see after that.
Never had a bulky Richard Mille as a wristwatch. I never seen a Mary, never posted on TikTok. I graduated after album 5, I got syndicated. You want the OT? Sorry G, that picture faded.
I think he's really good at playing with the duality within himself. I think there's a jovialness to all of his projects, and specifically to that past song that makes me feel like comfortable when he is explaining how he feels, explaining his own prowess and relationships and like decisions around success or being successful or even creating, and then also saying at the same time, you know, I actually don't like that. He is a very complex individual, and I like that when I listen to his music, I feel like I'm allowed to be a complex individual myself.
Be your biggest cheerleader, motherfuck the team. Call me if you get lost. I got a new boat, you should come with. I got a section for your luggage, bring some fiction.
This song just sounds really sweet. Again, it makes me feel like comforted and uplifted. When we're talking about the boat, like I very strongly resonate with that imagery of being on water and having that feeling of relaxation, but also intimacy.
Unlike my friends, don't think I'll fall in love again, but I'll take the chance.
I love when Tyler is on a track cultivating intimacy and specifically romantic intimacy, because he does it so well. You know, he has one of those very commanding, deep, gravelly voices, and A$AP Rocky, I feel like, has always been good at making people feel appreciated through music. So when these two come together, I think it is just a big show of appreciation.
I want you to come get lost with me. time.
Billionaire yacht, all the climbing was shot. Baby, if you seasick, we can stop at the dock.
This is just a really sweet song. Perfect for laying down in the park. Perfect for anywhere that I feel like you could embrace the sun and actually sit in the sun. Like, this is the hallmark of a song that will boost an already good day.
She could ride my face, I don't want nothing in return. Her body count and who she fuck ain't never my concern. I'm trying to buy my neighbor house and turn it to a y'all. If you don't know my grandma name, then we ain't really dogs.
The production itself was full. There were a lot of sounds, whether it's like the ringing of a bell, the sounds of being outside.
Kelly green wagon look better when the gloom out. Canary shine brighter in the dark. I bought the moon out.
Maybe it's because he's talking about knocking down his neighbor's house and building a yard, but I feel like the perfect music video for this would be like a sped up version of like the house being constructed and different like vignettes in the house of them like cooking together and then having, and then like someone comes and renovates the roof, and then like I feel like I'm able to see everything from mortgage to having kids to maybe even dying in each other's arms.
And I got that fire, and I got good dick. Guap long, dick long, plus I look good, bitch.
Why is he so funny? I mean, I know we all know he's funny, but like sometimes I forget.
Ring, 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 bitch, pick up the phone. I don't care if y'all together, I would tear down a home.
So many good intentions mixed with the reality of, you know, I don't care if y'all together, I'll tear down a home. I love this omission of love, of devotion, of desire.
What I said, bitch, I'm out here living, y'all on the feed. My girl look like Zazie Beetz and Khalees.
But I don't think that the omission of love is one that makes it all the way to death. I think it's something that feels very comfortable in the present moment, and that there is a continual commitment that's being had, because there's so much freedom there as well. Like talking about how he doesn't really care about her body count. She has her own freedom, and he's aware of that freedom, and he's like, if you come over here with me, we'll be even more free together.
Dog tooth, dog tooth, dog tooth, yeah, nigga, yeah, dog tooth, dog tooth.
This is so much more charming than I thought it would be, because everything must go as like, hey, welcome back. I've got some new stuff for you. Stuntman is like, I'm confident, I'm in the room, I'm bringing you that energy, and you want to come join the entourage because you know I am that guy. We get to What a Day. The mask starts to slip a little bit, and then we get to Wharf Talk and Dog Tooth, and it's like, here's really what's lying underneath the mask. This is how music is supposed to make you feel. It's supposed to make you feel loved and appreciated. It's supposed to make you feel like when you do leave your house, you know, the entire world can change through what you're hearing in your ears. You know, it's supposed to be that salvation. And I think there are so many songs on this already that are giving me that salvation.
Heaven only know, heaven only know. I like sugar, I like sweets, I don't like the spicy eats. I need bridges in my beats and Cabana Brothers seats.
I love the background vocals.
Chillin' with my suit on. Travel trunk is either more not leather or it's Vuitton. $500,000 drifting in the tire, reading toy. Your preferred alligator logo on my cotton polo.
Seeing the vignettes of Tyler's version of heaven, being around his family, being healthy, still looking sexy, you know, having a little bit more stress relief and being able to kick back. Like, it just makes me very appreciative for my own family and my own relationships, and realizing that like there is a lot of heaven that is just in other people, and being able to be in community with other people and having that comfort and stability.
That's heaven. That's heaven to me. My mama pulled up in a helicopter. Sister in the kitchen kicking Jackson mixing vodka.
If we're going through what I just said, you know, having had Dogtooth and seeing the creation of that home, heaven to me is like finally being able to bask in that sunlight and stay in that home.
I'm in my 40s looking 20 and I don't ask for nothing. Everything is mwah, that's heaven for a guy. Wayne tapes and vice masks and Porter's drop. Peg legs, ice cream shoes, the Mr. Krabs watch.
Similar to Wharf Talk and Dogtooth, this song I would say isn't as romantic because it's a little bit faster, it's upbeat, and it definitely sounds more like his own musings of what he would want out of a partner or like what that relationship would look like than like the actual conversation of how he's gonna get you.
I just want someone to talk to whenever I start. You should be my boyfriend, girlfriend. You should be my boyfriend, girlfriend, yeah.
You know, there's a song that kind of come out that I agree maybe wouldn't have been as great at that time, and I definitely think sounds more like a song that would play after another song or as part of another song because it has a bit of a jingle to it, and it seems like a good cherry on top of another masterpiece of a track that he'd be making.
We both know that we got things that don't really mean much if it's no ring. Yeah, you got me stuck like glue. I've been wishing on a star that you could be my boyfriend, girlfriend, yeah. I know your eyes in the star. I'm sorry I don't see you more. I'm sorry that the 4 minutes when you see a song could feel like a chore.
I love that there is an apology and a non-apology. Like, I think there's apology for the things that he genuinely feels bad for when it comes to his relationships, platonic, romantic, sexual, anything. But I also think there is a saving face to it that's like, I'm a flawed individual.
Sorry to the guys I had to hide. Sorry to the girls I had to lie to. Who ain't need to know if I was by the lake switching ties to anyway. Nigga, read the room. Don't assume niggas is cool. Stay in your pocket. This is cool. Blah, 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 blah.
I'm not perfect myself. I have my own obstacles to conquer, and it's not right what I did, but I can't take that back. All I can do is apologize, but there are also things that I don't have to apologize for.
Sorry to my ancestors. I know I'm supposed to fight, but this ice shining brighter than a black man's plight. So they aimed up, duck, shot right back. Sorry, not sorry. I got 2 words.
He knows his own identity, and he knows things that he had to do to be accepted in certain communities, in the rap community, but also things that are not really for discussion or debate. I think he said something about the paparazzi. They have a job too. They have mouths to feed too.
So once again, we gone.
I wonder about the assumption of someone singing about their own interactions or preferences and audiences automatically believing that to be true. I think this comes up a lot with like queer baiting in general. I guess this is a question I can ask you guys. How much do you want your artist to be in line with what they're singing? What makes you feel most comfortable? What makes you feel most recognized and seen? Do you believe that artists are allowed to, specifically within their sexuality, sing about whatever they want to sing about whomever they want to sing about? Or do you think that that journey should align with their own personal journey? How much do you value personal work over the idea of creating a piece in itself? And if the piece is not about them personally, should they talk in the third person instead of the first person? I think it's a good way to end this album because it reminds us that he's human. Everything that he's experiencing in his life is in front of his own 2 eyes. Everything else beyond that is someone else's perception of someone or something or their own beliefs. And he's allowed to make that distinction in the way that feels best for him. I really liked this. I think this is great for the spring that we're about to have. I want to know what you think. Let me know. And thank you for showing up here today and joining me. I hope you enjoyed the album just as much, and I'll see you in the next one.